Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Yulisa. I am a notary signing agent, owner of a signing service, and I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on being a notary signing agent and a business owner. In today's video, we're going to be talking about notary supplies, the things that you need, the things that might help your business, and the things that you really don't need. So I'm going to share all of that with you, the things that you need to carry in your car, in your notary bag, and want to keep in your office. If you're interested in that video, please keep watching. Let's get started with your main must-have supplies that you need to be a notary signing agent, a notary public. Let's get right into those. So the very first thing that you need is your bond and your E&O insurance. This varies between states, but Arizona does require us to have a $5,000 bond before we apply. And so I got that off the NNA. I'll leave links down to everything below. I also got my E&O insurance from the NNA, but then I upgraded on buyberk.com. Again, I'll leave all those links down below. From there, you're going to be needing your notary journal and your stamp. My stamp is from the NNA. Again, I'll leave a link down to everything. And then my notary journal is from Amazon. I go through one of these a month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So I just order them off of Amazon because it's cheaper, and not only cheaper, because it works out better for me. Again, you just want to verify with your state laws if they allow you to, or they have a certain journal that you have to use. And the way you find that out is going through your Secretary of State. You can also go onto the NNA, search your state, and then you can verify there. But for being a notary signing agent, this is what worked out for me. The reason it works out is because of this. It has a lot of documents already there for me that I can just check off, and that saves me so much time in signings. I used to have the NNA one and I had to fill everything out. It was just a hassle, and this one saves so much time. Now we're going to talk about the things that you need to keep in your notary bag and in your car. So your notary bag, and I do have a video on what I keep exactly on my notary bag, but I'm just going to run down the most important things to keep there and the things that you might want to keep in there just to make it easier on yourself. But in my notary bag, I keep obviously my journal, my stamp. I keep loose certificates of acknowledgements and URATs. I do happen to occasionally need these attachments to add on to a document, so I just carry them in my notary bag in a folder or in a binder. The other thing that I keep with me is hand sanitizer and masks. I don't use masks that often, but there are places like retirement homes and facilities that I have to go in and I need, like, they require me to have a mask. Lots of pens, preferably blue, but I do keep a couple black pens in there. I also keep a lot of binder clips and paper clips in there. Sticky notes in there because I'm always having to add sticky notes to random things that I need to remember to do or remember to tell escrow or whatever the case is. And then the last thing that is essential to keep in there is business cards. I actually have a coupon code for where I get my business cards. I get them off of Zazzle.com. I'll leave the link down below. If you use that link, it'll automatically apply the promo code at checkout. You have to have a new account with Zazzle.com, and it'll take 60% off your business cards, 20% off anything else with a $25 minimum order. Keep this in there because people are always asking me, can I have a business card? It's good to know a mobile notary, so always carry your business cards wherever you go. I have them in all my purses and notary bag. I keep them in my car, everywhere. Things that I keep in there that are not necessarily things that you need, but you might want to consider keeping in there. I do offer general notary work, and in between signings, sometimes I'll get calls and I'll just run over and do it and make a little bit extra cash. So I keep this money receipt if they want one. I'll give them a receipt. I also do electronic ones through Square. So I got this little square. It's from Square Up. and you get it for free, but then they do charge you for every transaction. Only for general notary work, and if they don't have cash on them, it's just an additional service. It's always really easy. I also take Venmo and Cash App and all that, but it's always really easy for them, especially if it's like a business expense, to use their credit card. So this is actually really nice to have. It's the little things that put you above and beyond, and it only takes about like 30 cents for every transaction. It takes a percentage. So that is what I take with me in my notary bag and in my car. Another thing that I always carry with me is my laptop. I carry my laptop everywhere I go because I'll have last minute signings and I'll have to send out invoices during I'll sometimes have gaps and I don't want to drive all the way back home. So I'll stay in town and work at a coffee shop, work on my marketing, whatever the case may be, answering emails, sending scan backs, whatever it is, I always carry my laptop with me. And 99% of the time I do use it. So it's just another thing that I always carry with me. The last thing we'll talk about is what you need in your notary office to run your business, and the things that might make it more efficient, and then the things that I didn't invest in or wouldn't invest in or you really don't need. So let's talk about that. Obviously, the very first thing would be having a computer/laptop, whatever works for you. I have both of them. Laptop goes with me everywhere. My computer is easy for when I'm just home and working on it and printing and stuff. So I have both of them, but you need to have at least one. And you need a laptop or a computer where you can download documents, easily open them and print them, and it's just easier. And people have asked me if an iPad with a keyboard would work, and I really don't think that it would work. It would work if you're out and about and you want to do something quick and something probably on the go, but to run a notary business, it'll probably be a little bit complicated because I know there's some things that it's not as easy as having a laptop. So I'm not 100% sure, but it might not be the best one to solely have for your business. And then the second huge purchase that you'll have to make is a printer and a scanner. So I have a printer/scanner, and it works perfect for me. It works fine for me. I have been thinking about upgrading to just buying another scanner, like a separate scanner, and keep it in the car, but I really haven't done it, and it hasn't been a big issue. I use the scanner on my printer and it works perfectly fine. And then I actually download this app. It's free. It's great for when I have my seller ones that are only a couple pages, or the deeds or quick claim deeds that I need to scan. It works perfect for that, and for scanning IDs and sending them as a scan instead of a picture. So this one is free right here, and you can download that app, and it works great for me. I love it. For the printer, you want to have a printer that is going to be efficient. Mine is both color and monochromatic, but a lot of notaries choose just to have monochromatic. It doesn't really matter. When I print, I just elect to print black and white, and that's it. The most important things to consider when finding a printer, buying a printer, investing in a printer, is the pages that it prints per minute. So you want it to print at least 35 pages per minute. It's a little bit slow. 40 pages per minute would be great. I think there's a couple ones that do 45 to 50. Those are awesome because when you're ready to go and you're printing documents last minute, you want things to go by fast. Obviously, a dual tray printer will make it way more easy on you, but you don't have to invest in one right away. I have not invested in one yet. I use the page separator, and then that's how I print. Brother printers are amazing. Brother printer is actually, mine is wireless, and I can print from my phone, from my computer, from my laptop, from anything. I do have an Amazon storefront with a bunch of notary office supplies. Again, everything will be linked down below. Okay, so now let's talk about your office supplies, the little things that you need. So again, you'll need binder clips, you'll need paper clips, you'll need a lot of pens. I order those off of Staples. If you are a loan signing system student, you can actually become a Staples Advantage, and you get discounts and overnight shipping. There's a lot of perks to it, so you should consider it if you're a loan signing system student. You'll need all the business supplies that you can imagine. You'll need random things like scissors and tapes and little things that an office needs, like a stapler, scissors, pens, all that random office supplies, things that you need, just because you're running a business. So, you need to have those little office things in order for it to work. Especially, I keep a lot of those things handy because I do a lot of marketing, especially like holiday related marketing, and I do it myself. I cut up things, I tape things, I glue things, so I keep a lot of those like random office supplies. Another thing that I would say is binders. I use a lot of binders. I have everything like organized, and when it comes to checks that I receive, when it comes to receipts for my business, when it comes to everything, documentation for my LLC, everything and anything is in binders. Everything is in binders. And I'll kind of I do have an office tour if you want to check that out too. That'll be linked below. But I use binders for everything. And you'll use folders, legal size and letter size. Make sure that your documents are always nicely and clean, so you want to put them in a folder. And then that brings me to my other one. So I recently bought these. Can you see them? So these are reusable. They're reusable envelopes for my documents, but they're not legal size. They're only letter size. And I saw those and they didn't have them in legal size, but I really like them. I do a lot of general notary work with signing services. I've gotten like car loans and deeds and quick claim deeds, and then I'll receive the documents. They'll either email them or mail them to me, and then I have to go out with the client and meet them and get them like signed and everything. So they work out, but I do want to look for some legal size one because it's so nice to keep them in here and then just keep everything like nice and clean and organized. And then obviously you need paper. You need cases of paper, letter and legal size. And then another thing is you don't want to run out of toner either. So I just keep extra toner cartridges in my office. Also, I always want to make sure that I have extra. So I always have 2 at a time. And then when I see like, oh, I only have 1, I order another 2. I do actually have a really good website where I find these for incredible discounts, so I don't spend that much money on toner. So with toner, obviously, make sure you are never running out of toner. Obviously, a lot other things that you might want to consider down the road, or just to make your whole office more efficient and easier, you'll need file cabinets, because I do have in a drawer, I don't know how many notary journals are in there, and they're in order, because you have to keep them, at least in Arizona, for 5 years. So I just keep them and they're under lock. And just storage. I do have a bookshelf with a bunch of my supplies, office supplies, notary supplies. So just storage. A desk is something extra, but they're little things that you can add down the road. You don't need this to start up. The most essential things are obviously like your notary supplies, what you're carrying in your bag, your printer, your computer, your paper, toner, and pens. Those are like your most essential things that you want to focus on first, and then you can go on and focus on the other things. I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming and it can sound like a lot, but I really did not start this business with that much money. And that's the beauty of becoming a notary signing agent. You do not need like thousands and thousands of dollars to start a business, which is amazing. The other thing that I wanted to mention to run your business smoothly is to have a bookkeeping system. So I have both QuickBooks and Notary Gadget. Notary Gadget is completely amazing. It keeps me on track of, did I receive this invoice? It keeps me on track of my upcoming signings and my calendar and how it's looking, and my receipts and my expenses, and it's amazing. You know, I've said this before, and I do have a free trial if you want to go ahead and check that out. Your first 15 signings are free, and then you can start paying, I believe is $9.99 for Notary Gadget a month, which is totally worth it. And so that is it for your notary supplies. To be completely honest with you, you do not need that much to start this business, which is the beauty of it. You can just start this business with a couple $100, maybe $1,000, $1,500, depending on your state and an application and all of that. But it is truly an amazing business, and you really make your money back right away, very, very quickly. You can also make another video on like overall what I spend in a month as a notary signing agent, as a business owner. Like, what are my business expenses? Because there are a lot of little tedious business expenses that I incur over time. Like, I do have a payroll system, and that is a business expense, a monthly one. And then there's my domain and my website, and there's a lot of little things. So I can, if you want to, let me know in the comments down below if you want a video on just me explaining kind of like what my business expenses are. But these were not my business expenses when I started. This has been something that over time, little by little, I've added on an expense, just to kind of keep my business running. And then I can talk a little bit about my marketing budgets, because I had a realtor once tell me that you have to spend money to make money. Thankfully, as a notary signing agent, you don't have to spend as much money as realtors, but you do have to spend money to make money as a business owner. Let me know if you want to see that video. I hope that today's video was helpful. Sorry for the lighting. It gets cloudy and then not cloudy, but please bear with me. Anyways, I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know what I am very grateful for each and every one of you watching me and wanting to hear what I have to say. It's just, it never goes unnoticed. I get a lot of DMs from people just being so kind in your sweet messages, and they'll never go unnoticed. Like, I just love helping other people. I love helping you out. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to DM me, message me. You can also book a coaching call with me if you're really serious about the business, don't know where to start. Even after all these resources, you can book a coaching call with me. And yeah, I just hope that this video was helpful, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. God bless, and be safe out there. Bye, guys.